To show you my favorite Windows tips and tricks. The first thing is if you type into your search bar or open up CMD or PowerShell, and you need to copy something from, let's say, a website. Normally, you can't see what's behind it. However, if you do Control Shift and then your wheel on your mouse, you can actually make the window transparent mostly, which is actually really useful. That's just highlighting it, but you get the idea. My next tip is if you often copy stuff and you'd want to access what you've already copied, if you click Windows V, then it'll open up your entire clipboard and you can access different things that you've copied. You can get to all the different items. It's really useful. I've used it several times, and going on with the um, workflow tips and tricks, if you do Alt and Tab, you can click it quickly, switch between all your open programs, or if you just click them together, it will immediately switch. And then if you do Windows and Tab, it'll open up all of your windows so you can actually see what's all open at once, and it won't automatically go to one of them. This next tip is only for Windows 10 and 11 Pro. Home users, you won't be able to have these features or use them. So, if you want to access things like Windows Hyper-V or Sandbox, which Sandbox is a standalone virtual machine that is completely separate to your main drive and cannot be accessed through anything apart from the sandbox. And if you close the sandbox, it will get rid of it. So the way you enable it is if you search for turn Windows features on and off. There you are, turn Windows features on and off. You'll get this window. Just maximize this so you can see it better. Then you'll see I've already got them enabled, but you want to enable Hyper-V, virtual machine platform, and the things that link with the virtual machines. You've also got Windows subsystem for Linux, so you can run Linux software on the built-in virtual machine. So now if you go to the search again and then search for Sandbox, click enter on that, you'll get it. So it has to check for updates if you've just enabled it. But then after it's booted up, it'll take a minute. But then you'll see it's a completely separate instance of Windows. That's my main one that just popped up. But if you want to run something like a malicious program or experiment with viruses, then you can access all of that. There's not much on the virtual machine at all. It's actually just the bare minimum to get it all running. And if you exit, it will warn you that all of it will be deleted immediately. So if you click OK on that, it will get rid of it. This next tip is something that is incredibly useful if you often have a lot of stuff open. So you've got one desktop, you have like a bunch of stuff open. Well, if you click Windows and then Tab, sorry, not Windows Tab, sorry. You go to your taskbar and then you see this option which is next to the search bar. You'll see you got desktop 1 and you've got a plus button. If you click on that, you've got a second desktop. So now you can open up stuff like File Explorer, for example. So now If you click on the icon, you've now got two instances of something, or you can have different like personal stuff and work. And if you want to get rid of it, just click on the X and it's all gone. And it will bring them back together on the same desktop. My next tip I will only recommend if you absolutely need to do this. But if you need to run something as trusted installer, which has the highest permissions above system, you'll want to download an app called Advanced Run, which that's very easy to find on the website. Just search for Advanced Run download. And then what you'll need to do is open up the application by double clicking on it. Then you'll need to select the folder where everything is, where you want to open up program. So I'm just going to go to my desktop, and then I'll search for core temp, and then you'll see current user. If you click on that and then click on trusted installer, then click run, it'll pop up the user account control. Click on yes, and then it will run the program as trusted installer, and then you'll be able to do what you need to do, close it out, close advanced run, and you've done what you need to do. This is useful for like installing drivers or stuff like that. And fun fact, trusted installer is actually used to install Windows updates. Another app I would recommend is Crystal Disk Info, which will show you all the information about your hard drive or SSD. However, by default, this is not set so you can read it. It's just numbers for like zeros and ones. So you'll want to go up to the top and then click the function, I believe. You can check all this on how you would change all this to your liking, but you can also change your themes and everything like that. And then on the left, it shows how healthy your drive is and the current temperature of the drive. Final one for this video, if you open up Task Manager, and this is very useful if something crashes, you go to Task Manager, no, sorry, not Windows Explorer, you right click on that, click on Restart, it will refresh everything, and it'll respond as usual. However, sometimes the taskbar and icons will not load properly and will take a bit of time, but that's nothing to do. That's not a issue. That's just a processing limitation. I know this video was short, but I had to get something out, and I've got something to do anyway. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If it was helpful, and if any of these tips helped you, let me know in the comments. Subscribe for more with notifications so you get notified for new videos, and I'll see you guys in my next video.